Assalamualaikum. My name is Zulaika binti Mohamad Nasir. Now, I would like to present the proposal of final year project, which is e-time student attendance system. So the introduction, the criteria of characteristic of successful person is have the personality in punctuality according to Mail and Oliver 2017. Normally when students are or unpunctual or latecomer to the school will give the physical punishment by the principal or discipline this teacher such as cleaning the toilet, stand up in the front of the of other friends in morning assembly, sweeping and wedding, and more. This punishment gives the big effect to the student. The problems that always happen in school is no timeliness or punctuality in coming to the school among the students, according to the Butako or Buti 2018. It's quite difficult for the school organization to overcome this problem. When asked them why they late coming to the school, a variety of reasons will give by the students. Another discipline issues other than latecomer are skipping and absent in the school. The reasons that way affect late coming to the school among the students is because of the age, health problems, responsibilities of family, and the change of parent employment. E-time student attendance system is the system developed for daily student attendance in school and it using SMS software technology. The implementation of the system in educational institutions allows the user to track the attendance, produce the report and more based on Islam 2018. The system can store in details all the data about the students and those who late coming to the school. The main purpose of develop this system is to detect the students who late come to the school and will record all the data about the students late. The system will detect the student who come to school later than 7:13 a.m. Then the system notification will be sent to the teacher phone if have the student late coming. And the teacher, which is discipline counselor, will take or give the discipline action for the students by access the student information in the system. The problem statements, there are some problems that were identified if the management of attendance still do in manually. First is need more time to record the attendance of each student in class and the information that inserted may liable to the false information and will add more burden to the teacher handles. Second is when taking the student attendance during the lecture time, more time wasted for the process rather than lesson sessions and the one in data collection will happen. Next is passing the paper of asking the student name will disturb the students and it lead the student not focus on the lecture and affect the quality of the class. And the last is when making the attendance as manually, generating the pace of the report becomes more difficult because of the errors and not fully completed and not fully automated. The following research questions are guided for this project. First is how to identify the latecomers to the school. Second, how to get the information about the student attendance in late school. And the third is what is the best solution in managing the student attendance and detect the student come to the school later than 7:13 a.m. So this is the research objective. First is to identify let's come to school in order to check their attendance. Second is to generate the list and information of students late to school based on their details such as name, class, date, and reason. Third is to develop the attendance system which is provide the solution in managing record of students late come to the school. So this is the project scope concentrate on management of e-time student attendance system using web system. The system only used for users in Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Putrajaya Vision 5.1 in order to detect the student come late to the school. There are 5 users of this system. First is student. The student will enter their identity card number into the system. If they arrive later than 7:13 a.m., they need to select the reason in the system why they late come to the school. Second is discipline teacher. For this user, he or she can display the name, class of a student who late to school after receive the SMS notification. Based on their appropriate action, they can stay and write the discipline taken for the student in the system. Third is counselor teacher. The counselor, they can view the list of student name late to school based on their name, class and time, and also the reason by the students. The user will display the student list that need to give counseling sessions. After the sessions or action by the counselor, they can add a new, they can add, they can, uh, they can and need to write the notes on what she or he do to overcome the problem among the student in the system. The counselor teacher can print the report and the graph with statistic will show in the system. Uh, then top management, which is principal and student affairs teacher. This user only can view and display the student who come late to school, class, and the reason. They also can view the statistic of on reason why the student arrived later than 7:13 a.m. Last can print the report. And the last user is admin. The admin can add, update, and delete the teacher and student information in the system. They can register the teacher account for using the system. So, the study is focused on the design and develop of student attendance system using SMS software technology in taking the student attendance and send the notification to the teacher. The main purpose of this study existence is to send the SMS notification to the teacher when have the student late come to the school and help to solve these issues among the students. The recorded details of student attendance and information of student late is displayed in the e-time student attendance system. And if the student come later than 7:13 a.m., the system will automatically send the SMS notification to the teacher. The system also includes inputting the notes about the appropriate action was taken for the student by discipline and counselor teacher. By providing user-friendly in-developed system and quick access to the information and data of each student late to school based on the date, time arrival, class, name, and reason. The system can retrieve information from the database and can view anytime. Second is literature review, which is existing type of attendance system and alert notification. There is various type of student attendance system that already developed and used in the organizations. To develop the system with more functional, the alert notification will use or provide in the system, which is to remind the users about about the important information. First, review is student notification system. Student notification system is the notification sent for the students in maintain the all information management. In the system, student can sign their attendance, exam schedule, viewing the marks, and they also can view the others marked in the system and their own profile details. The students can view and check the all notification in the system one by one that was sent by the system. Second is attendance monitoring system. Attendance monitoring system is focused on the absenteeism management in educational among the students. Uh, ab- absent, Absenteeism is the individual's intentional or habitual absence, and it is a critical thing or problem that always face in the organization. According to Wahimi Muhammad Wasman, 2019. The attendance monitoring system was developed in manage and handle the data about the student absent. That is automated attendance management and alert system. This system is for tracking the student attendance and managing the student absence. This system help organization in manage the student attendance record, and at the same time, it helps in organize and solve the absenteeism problem among the students before it become more serious. The system provides the various functions for the user. The alert message will be sent to the student through the SMS and email for the student and parents who have the higher percentage of absenteeism. Next is SMS notification gateway. The SMS notification used in student attendance system is to inform the parents about their children in school. So this parent does not need come to the school to get the information about the children by waiting alone in the school office. They will get the information through the SMS such as about their children activities, attendance to school and other related requirements. WhatsApp Gateway. This application is using to send the message for parents to remind and give the information about their children in school, especially in reporting the student attendance about their children in school through the WhatsApp application. And the last one is email notification. The users can access the email technology in anywhere at any time through the smartphones or in computer devices. Based on the Hamidi 2018 technology of email was chosen as the system alert or notification gateway, where it is served as the alternative message that transmitter for troubleshooting. Next is existing design of the system. Existing design is the design that similar with the proposed system design or interface that already developed in other system. The proposed system will provide the various operations such as add, delete, and update function where the user can manage the information in the system. The system also will generate the report about the student attendance. The proposed system will design with simple design of user interface. So this is the example of existing design of system, which is list of report interface, and this is the example of the add new record form in the system in other existing system. Third is methodology. Methodology is the set of practice, process, techniques, approach, and procedures that are used to solve the problem when develop the project. This project or system will develop using the prototyping model software methodology. This methodology is the software development method where the prototype is created, tested, and changed the error until the requirement is acceptable. This methodology is suitable to use when the project requirements are not fully understanding. The designer can reduce the error and can improve the design of the system through the prototyping process based on the requirement and testing process that happen between the client and developer according to the KIM 2019. This is the pace process in prototyping model. So the phase one is requirement gathering and analysis. The requirements of proposed system are defined and revealed in this phase. Throughout the process, the interview sessions will perform with user where it to learn what they expected from the system. In this phase of process, the interview will develop with a teacher of SMK Putrajaya to ask a few questions for get the requirement that related with project purpose and scope system. Second is quick design. In this stage, the basic design will have built or made based on the requirements get from the users in early stage of process, but it is not fully a design of the system. Other means quick design is the design to overview of the system design before implement the coding. Prototype development is added by the quick or fast design. That is a build prototype. The real prototype will develop based on the knowledge during quick design. This step will be sketching the user interface of the system, which is contains the system features and operations. Phase 4 Initial User Evaluation. The prototype of proposed system is shown the user for the initial review in this phase. From the review, it will determine the strength and weaknesses of the working model and the user or customer will give their feedback and suggestions for the developer to improve the design. Next phase is refining prototype. When the user did not satisfy with the prototype that was presented by the the developer need to improve or make changeable the prototype until meet the user criteria or requirements. After the user is satisfied with the modified prototype, the final system will be implementation based in the approval final prototype by the user. And the last phase is implement product or maintain. After the all implementation of new system based on the final prototype, This final system would be tested and developed the and deploy the production. The maintenance process is performed on the system to avoid the failures. So this is the implementation of the system. Each time student attend the system will develop using the PHP, HTML, CSS and more language which is to meet and achieve the system goals. The purpose of time attendance system is to help the school organization to identify the student that come to the school in order to generate the student attendance. It will reduce the time and effort without need to list the detail on the paper to integrate the web system with SMS notification. The system will use the SMS gateway to send the notification to discipline or counseling teacher when the system will detect the students who come 7:13 a.m. above. The system can store all the data about the student, teacher and staff, and the admin and the teacher can update, delete and create their own data. The system helps the teacher to manage the late student easily. It will display the list of all the students from each class and check the name who has the problem in late to school. And then the teacher will ask student come to give discipline motivation and or discipline action or disciplinary action. At the same time, the discipline or counselor teacher will write the note, the action that was taken for the student. So this is the hardware software requirement that needed in develop the system. The hardware is only laptop and the software that we're using is PHP MyAdmin, Gem, Notepad++, Draw.io, MySQL and Google Chrome. And the programming language that we'll use are PHP, HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and more language and more other language. So this is a method or technique that we'll use in propose the system. The first method is interview. The interview defined as the conversations that happen between the person with another people, where this session is try to get the information or opinion from another people. For this project purpose, the researchers will interview a teacher of SMK Putrajaya Basin 5-1 and will ask the question to get the requirements that relates with the project purpose and scope of the system. The interview will might do through the call phone or online messaging or via video call conference because of the pandemic situation where the interviewee and interviewer cannot meet face to face for the interview sessions and because of the interviewer stay far away in other state. Before want to ask the question to the interviewer, the interviewer will prepare the questions first. For example, the questions are related to the problems that they faced before, the management and ways in identify the latecomer to the school and expected in propose the system to solve the cover problems. So this is the sample of the interview question. First is how long you serve as teacher in this school? What is your position in the school? In your work or duty, it is involved in handle the student attendance? If yes, how many times in a week? Every day. It also involve find the student late arrival to school. How the management of students attendance in SMK Putrajaya and how the teacher finds and detect the students needs. What is the problem that always happen and faced during the management? How the teacher solves the problem in detect the student late and what is the way to overcome this problem among the students? Do you like if have the students about the student attendance and at the same time it will detect the student late to the school? If can, what is criteria do you want from the system and which or how system you want? And the last question is what do you expect or want from the system and what do you want to upgrade or add in the system? The second technique is the understanding from the related research or literature review. After choose and decide the title of the proposed project, a literature review will conduct to obtain the knowledge, information, and theory that link with the project title. The information will gather as much possible from the relevant literature sources such as the books, journals, magazine, research results, and other theses and dissertations, and other acceptable sources such as the internet, newspaper, and more. If the required literature has been obtained, it should be organized as soon as possible to use in the references. Um, Many articles or journals have been written about the student attendance management in school or higher institutions. There are differences between the articles or journals of research to get the additional information and knowledge for this project. For the example, from the literature view of the Subakti and Pasaribu 2018 paper, it is about the development system for student absenteeism information system. The article explains about the system where the system can be accessed by the parents of students for monitor their child attendance through the telecommunication devices such as the mobile phones connected with the internet. The system design is to generate the information about the student attendance quickly, and the system also to help the parents to monitor their children by providing the attendance details via the mobile phone without having to go to the school. As a conclusion, the SMK Putrajaya PSC 51 need the system that will identify latecomers to the school in order to check their attendance, and the system will disseminate notification when detect the student late to school on that day, and also will provide the information about the student attendance to the teacher. Now is the time for policy and practice to change so that schools, families, and communities and can collaborate to develop solutions that reflect the complexities of attendance issues. So the system is very helpful to simplify in obtaining and generate the information of latecomers to the school. The system is made easier for school management to produce a report of student attendance and using the SMS software technology in the system. The notification will send directly and quickly to the teacher for their next steps. This system is very useful for the teacher and school organization to overcome the latecomers among the students. The system can improve by involve the parents with providing the two ways SMS notification sent by the system that allows the parent to monitor their child and can get the information about the attendance through the mobile phone. So that's all for me. Thank you.